This lighter was given to me when I was in Grand Prairie. It
Of
was
course it was.
Cinco de
Was it
Mayo.
given to you by an exotic dancer?
I was just gonna say that's a stripper
No.
lighter if I've ever seen one.
During a lap
It is
dance?
a promotional stripper's lighter, but it was given to me by a gentleman named Corey, one or the other, and he was on parole and was not allowed to be drinking. It was not allowed to be out, but he was on parole and he decided he just wanted to go out for Cinco and fucking rip and fucking have some fucking fun, bro. And we fucking ripped and had fun at the Industry, I think it was called, some shitty pub in Grand Prairie. And fuck, by the end of the night, he was like, had his arm around my shoulders and fucking, anyone fucks with you, man, you fucking tell me, I'll fuck him up for you, bro. Hey, you want to go to a fucking after party, bro? And he started grabbing all the fucking beer bottles off all the tables that were like half empty and just finishing those off because it was after last call. And I was like, man, I gotta be honest with you, I am 40 years old. And he's like, what? Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Ah!
I had no idea. And I was like, no, it's okay. It's all right. I had fun. But it's bedtime for Mr. Manager. I got to work in the morning. So
Didn't realize you were so close to death.
Twist ending, I'm 40.
What?
Oh no.
Oh, fuck. Dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. So
Hopefully
then he
it
went
gets
off to his
better.
after party. Oh, I hope so.
Life, damn, I guess.
I've definitely been there. Unfortunately, I've been the other person.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na-na.
It was 2 a.m. He knew that was too late for an old man.
Yeah, I mean, God, I'm lucky if I make it to 2 a.m.
But it's like Jack Donaghy would say, never follow a hippie to a third location.
Unfortunately, I did not follow that advice for a solid 15 years of my life, and it gave me some really good experiences.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah, Savage Land, Savage Heart. Let's go into the time machine here. As we've mentioned before on the pod, this episode aired one day after the Phoenix Saga. So 6 days in a row of the X-Men show, and this is our sixth one. And we do get like one brief mention of Jean Grey, who's just like flown off into the heart of the sun. Do you have any closing thoughts on the Phoenix Saga?
Well, as everybody remembers, I had a lot of big opinions on the Phoenix Saga, such as it happening, and what happened, and I've been here since the beginning, so obviously I know all of that. So why don't one of you share an opinion that, of course, I have also heard?
Thanks, Mike.
Oh, sorry, no, Jamie. I don't know who Mike is. Why does everybody keep calling me Mike?
It was like September 10th or something, 1994. We had Forrest Gump returning to #1 at the box office. And then in the second weekend, because part 2 aired a week later on like September 16th, 17th or something, or 94, I forgot the exact details. We had Time Cop, Jean-Claude Van Damme, on top of the box office for maybe the last time.
Yeah.
Like if he pops up again, we'll all be real happy for him. I guess was Expendables 2 #1 at the box office?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, but does
that really count?
It doesn't count because he was outside of his prime. It was the whole point. Whole point is he's like, I'm old.
It's true.
Want to
It's
see
like
me and
like
my
a
old
legacy
friends
run.
do stuff?
Yeah. Feel that.
Me and my old ass friends.
Yeah, and Liam Hemsworth was in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Spiritually old.
Moving on. So the #1 song, of course, this whole time was Boyz II Men.
Mm-hmm.
Boyz II Men.
Hey.
Welcome to episode 13 of the TV Show presents X-Men 92. Each week, we're watching a couple of episodes and we'll discuss our thoughts, interesting tidbits, and trivia, the lasting impact of the series, and maybe even have a little fun along the way. This week, we're discussing Savage Land, Strange Heart, parts 1 and 2. If you'd like to watch along with us, episodes of X-Men are available to stream on Disney Plus, and I'm sure you're all smart enough to find it elsewhere too. My name is Jim Vanderhorst, and I'm joined by my co-host Benjamin Caldwell and Jamie Gib, who's been
I've been here the whole time.
Yep.
Oh, we definitely should have written it for you, yeah.
No, I just took over and read it. This isn't my podcast.
I think, I'm hoping that our names are going to be in the proper corners, over yonder. I hope that this points to Jim Vanderhorst, and that points to Ben Caldwell, and people will get it.
No, that was a joke. Everyone can see the slide. My name is Ben Caldwell, and I'm joined by Jim and Jamie.
I hope everyone can see the slide. I hope that we have more of a YouTube audience than a podcast audience. I'll say that.
Yeah, we're flipping to video, folks.
Yeah, it's better this way.
It's the future.
The future is now in the future.
We're going to flip to AI and Bitcoin. You'll see.
No.
It's going to be great.
Is he okay?
Make TVSS great again.
Okay.
Don't look at my ankles.
So, Jamie, you want to read this like you always do?
Absolutely. So I'll start things off like I do every week. It's an all-out war in the Savage Land as dudes riding pterodactyls siege Khazar's ground forces.
Oh, he pronounces it like Khazar. That's perfect.
Yeah. Their catapults and spears somehow manage to defeat Sauron's forces. As his powers fade and he begins to morph from Weredactyl back to man, he's saved from their forces sieging Sinister's tower by the mysterious Zaladane, all words I am familiar with.
Hold on a minute.
Most of them.
Hold on a minute. Don't you normally have a Nova Scotian accent?
I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm going to take this offline.
Not a real thing, Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia is not a real place.
Sorry, New Brunswick?
Hmm?
No?
Back in New York, Rogue and Storm are horseback riding.
Oh no, I think did we get through the rock and stuff?
I don't know.
She tells him that we will be killed.
No, I just jumped right in
interrupting by someone gaslighting me about my own accent that I've had since the beginning of this podcast.
Well,
she tells him he will be killed, so he must leave in a rocket ship and head to major cities in America.
Not South America, which I thought was kind of strange.
Okay.
Right?
Where he can get more power to bring back to her master, Garak. A rock beside her glows.
With the eyes. Oh, that's Garak. But
Garak looks like something out of a 90s board game for kids.
That's okay.
I'm pretty sure I had that game.
Great. Yeah. I know what you're talking about with the volcano part of the playset, and there's little red balls. There's supposed to be lava.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah. The Adams Checks had it down the road. Yeah. Great game. Yeah, we haven't seen Garak.
Wait, is that the family that kisses each other all the time?
Did you turn to John Cena?
Yes.
I totally do not think the family kisses each other all the time.
I'm picturing the vocal checks. Never mind. The SNL bit.
In New York, Rogue and Storm are horseback riding and having a good old time. Sauron arrives in New York as human Carl Lycos, unaware of his true mission, and he runs into Wolverine, Jubilee, and Beast as they leave a Cretaceous exhibit at the museum. He drains Logan, crazy way to put that, only to realize he has mutant energy and become a Weredactyl again.
Logan's eating a fucking Subway and he gets attacked from behind by
chili dogs.
Gives him the old slurp slurp 3000.
I think it's really funny that Carl Lycos' voice is actually even scarier than Sauron's voice.
Absolutely.
Just to be clear, he uses his hands to drain him, not his mouth.
Yeah, he puts his hands on him, and that's how he gets it out.
We all have our things.
Yeah. He's really good at it. It happens really fast.
Rogue and Storm try to help out, but Sauron's able to turn Rogue against the others. He then hypnotizes Storm. Beast is able to free Rogue from her control, but Sauron escapes to the Savage Land with Rogue. The X-Men and NYC fly down to the Savage Land. The others are said to be on Muir Island, running experiments on Jean, a rare reference.
Muir Island. It's
Yeah.
been before. But yeah, so like this is our only reference to Jean Grey. And like we know from No Mutant is an Island that Jean has come back, but like just from the very end of it, and we didn't even have a scene with her. And then there's this, but like No Mutant is an Island didn't air for 2 years. No one got to see that in order. This would just be like, boom, this random reference to Jean. I never even clocked it before until I watched it through the second time when Jamie was over here and we were watching it through a couple minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. Like I do every week.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and like this was the first time we've seen Storm for a while. Like she's just been kind of out of the picture, and it wasn't really clear why. And now all of a sudden she's just riding a horse in the middle of Central Park or
I think
whatever.
they're just kind of trying to make up for the amount of time they couldn't give Storm because it didn't really make sense to send Storm into space with the whole Phoenix Saga story. And then they weren't really focusing on her for a bit after that.
Maybe she went to visit her son in quotation marks.
Mijnari? Yeah.
Mishnari.
Yelling.
It's okay. We have 10 minutes left. That's great that we have that warning. Yeah, well, maybe she was visiting Mijnari.
Okay.
But either way, she's back now.
Yeah, she is.
And she's lost her shit. And Sauron has taken control of her. Like, he's very much like a vampire and a weredactyl.
Yeah.
So, maybe a werevamptol? I don't know. He's got a lot going on. It's kind of crazy that we've never seen him before. Maybe there was like another famous Sauron in another franchise that made him kind of like a hard sell.
Yeah, no,
Like
you know what?
confusing to the marketplace.
I remember it. It's the one where those two gay dudes go up the mountain and they do all sorts of stuff to each other. Thank you, Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah. Sauron, famously played by Kate Mara in Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah. In a devastating
big,
role.
Glowing eye.
Yeah.
Just devastating.
With a wig. And that wig.
That wig. Ugh.
Okay.
You nailed Weredactyl though. Like I'm proud of you for that. Like that did not faze you at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy about it. We're gonna have words about the creation of it, but
you came up with it. You're the third co-host of the show. You came up with Weredactyl.
As I usually do.
Yep. Just classic Jamie, writing this stuff and then forgetting what he wrote 5 minutes later. Sorry, they wrote.
Thank you. Storm wakes up in the Savage Land, a prisoner of Zaladane and Sauron, and they encourage her to release the full extent of her powers.
There's a whole lot of them being like, just feel the freedom of your powers. And she's like, yeah! A lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
It's like 4 different times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird side of Storm.
Yeah, like she kind of becomes a little two-dimensional in this point. Like she's just following Sauron along, not showing the kind of resistance that she normally shows to people like, the Shadow King, famously.
The X-Men immediately run into a runaway Tyrannosaurus Rex to remind the audience there's dinosaurs. Jubilee is scared by Khazar's tiger Sabu, unable to tell monster from ally.
Khazar's tiger Sabu. Go on.
Yeah, Khazar tells him that his people were losing the war against Sauron until a totem to ancient savage land god Garruk appeared in their village and inspired them to victory. Again, all words that are normal for me to be saying, and I know what they all mean.
Doesn't make sense.
None of those words are in the Bible.
All this Garruk stuff comes out of nowhere. We've never seen Zaladane before. Like, was she in the other stuff in the previous season?
I think they've talked about ancient savage land in the Bible.
Well, fair. But the Zeradan, fucking Zaladine, Sauron stuff, Garruk, this stuff, it reminded me of like He-Man or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like it just was like...
Very much like He-Man.
Are we watching the X-Men here?
Yeah.
Because I didn't ask for that.
I think there's like a direct line from like Tarzan to Khazar to He-Man in that they're all kind of the same character, doing the same thing in just progressively more dynamic worlds.
Gayer and gayer.
That
every
too,
time.
because like
They're saying he's gayer than He-Man.
Beginning,
Mhm.
whereas Kazar just like Kazar does have his wife who's around, but he's mostly hanging out with his cat.
Yeah.
And there's dinosaurs. It's a little weirder world. And then
He-Man
He-Man,
full-on bondage
just
gear,
everybody in bondage gear all the
riding
time.
a fucking tiger.
Half man, half animals. He's got an even bigger tiger that can become a magic tiger. Yeah.
I loved how
Very
they put
original
Jubilee in the little costume for this too.
Yeah, she's
Jubilee of the jungle.
yeah, I love that. That's great.
Because that's amazing.
So camp. I loved it.
The team are attacked by Sauron's forces and decide to become dino riders themselves. Rogue learns from her experiences with Sauron and manages to force a stalemate. Beast catches her and Wolverine, but Jubilee is able to beat him. Thanks to his powers fading, super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Yeah. Like Jubilee just kicks his ass, and it's good timing, but also like they've earned it. I feel like watching it through this way and being really hypercritical of everything. Jubilee's powers have progressed from being total bullshit to actually useful, and she's kind of earned this moment, and it does make sense, but it's also just totally crazy at the same time. It's just super silly shit.
And then she just immediately overestimates herself like 5 minutes later.
They're all so good immediately at riding dinosaurs. They can just jump on. Wolverine just jumps on a pterodactyl and he's just fucking going. What experience does he have? Panzer Dragoon wasn't out yet.
Wolverine's like 200 years old, though. He probably did a lot of horseback riding back in the Old West.
I'm sure that horses are just like dragons, man. Same thing.
Same thing. Similar saddle.
Yeah.
Zaladane summons Garrick and Storm is freed, which is bad for everyone.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
That's how you pronounced it?
Everyone.
Everyone. It's the twist.
I would have put the emphasis on the vowel.
I know, but that makes less sense because when you're not gonna be like everyone or
The first one, everyone.
Yeah,
That sounds normal.
But so you write the V for the everyone.
I wish somebody could edit those
everyone
on like Statler and Waldorf on either of our faces at like random points, just like yelling at each other.
If only there was like an editor that had the capability of doing that.
I guess we'll never know.
I'm just gonna edit this out. Yeah, what do we score this out of 10 here? I think I give this one maybe like a 5. It's the beginning of an adventure. It feels very half full. It feels like they're not getting very far through it. I enjoy some of it, like the battle scenes are good, but I don't really know if I right away I just feel like this maybe isn't a fully 2-part story. If it's really got that much.
This didn't need to be 2 parts. That's true.
No, I'll agree with you on that one.
Like I can just tell that there's not going to be enough to justify all of this. I think it's just that they like really wanted to give Storm a bunch of time, and instead of thinking up 2 Storm stories, just really padded out 1.
Would you call those Stormies?
Let's not talk about Stormies. I don't know anyone by that name. In fact,
I'm sorry, the word you're looking for is anyways.
Anyways, numbers. You got numbers for this one?
I am a benevolent person, so I'm going to give it a 6.5. I can tell where they were trying to go with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll give it a 5.6 because I know that they were trying, and it's not as bad as some episodes, but parts of this I was just like, okay, 40% of this is not X-Men. Like it feels like a crappy episode of like He-Man or something. Like I just was really like, this sucks.
And we're not really
the parts with the X-Men was good.
Yeah, sorry, we're not getting a whole lot of Kazar character development to justify all this time. Sauron, we're kind of getting some character development for, but he's like actually becoming actively less and less of a cool, imposing villain all the time. The more we learn about him, the more he's very much a victim himself and kind of a gravelly voiced bitch.
I'm having a hard time dealing with the fucking the jorts that he's wearing, Because, like,
Yeah, those always survive no matter what happens to
I
it.
don't understand. Why are you doing that?
He's got mutant pants.
He got mutant.
Hulk rolls.
Oh, I hate it here. Storm unleashes a hurricane on the Savage Land and uses lightning to destroy Zaladance's totem to Garrick, but this only unleashes him.
Good reading at Zaladane, but good
Zaladance.
good rolling with it.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Whatever you
No,
put on the
that's my
teleprompter.
fault. Yeah, no, you're doing a very good.
I'm Ron Burgundy. The X-Men ask RFK Jr. for help, but he is now useless in human form, much like the actual RFK Jr.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs stampede. Terrified by the weather, the X-Men plot in a cave.
They're all just hanging out in a cave for a while. There's like hanging out with Kazar and his tiger, you know?
Just cave stuff.
More like ex-caveman.
A whole lot of like disaster animation, which is cool and all, but not especially high budget. It just feels like a bit padding, right? Like again, really could have been one episode.
I actually did really like Wolverine's relationship with the big cat. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Their big plan is to create a powers daisy chain with Rogue absorbing from Lycos, absorbing from Storm, which knocks the weather goddess out but unleashes Sauron. We referred to that as the old human centipede of powers.
More like mutant
I was going to say
centipede.
totem pole, maybe, but
surprisingly, mine is less culturally offensive.
Yeah.
But they really were like in a totem pole shape where they're like one person's torso and the other person's kind of like torso and head is above them, and the other person's torso and head.
Yeah.
It wasn't like ass to mouth.
That's what you thought. I saw something different. Garrick's power grows across the Savage Land, crystallizing some of it. When Storm wakes up, she freaks out about what's coming and destroys an idol some savages are praying to.
It's okay to call them savages because they're in the Savage Land.
Yeah.
That's the nomenclature here.
No, I suppose you're right, isn't it? Aren't you? Sauron turns on Zaladance. But Garrick reveals he's awake and was an ancient ruler of the Savage Land until the High Evolutionary defeated him.
And astute listeners or watchers might recognize the High Evolutionary as the villain from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And this is that character. Looks very different here.
In an extended flashback to Reunion, he reveals he was woken up by the battle that ended Sinister's reign. He sent Sauron to get Storm for him in the first place.
Yeah, they get like a full minute of footage out of flashbacks to show that, like, yeah, this big battle that happened a couple episodes ago is why he woke up.
It's true.
It's believable.
Yes.
Any thoughts there, Benno?
Well, I liked the way that they did the battles in this one. It felt very like anime.
Yeah, good fight scenes.
And then that scene at the end, towards the end, where like what's his name, Garrock became bigger, but like
we're almost
the other guy was
awesome.
That part's really cool. So let's get to that part.
When Sauron, like, you're right, it's very anime style. Like when Sauron kind of powers up, he gets like the big red waves of energy behind him. I really like.
I did appreciate
the direction of that. I think this episode's more fun for that too. Let's get to the big dance.
Storm goes wild attacking Garrick, which unleashes him, and the earth splits in two. So the savages realize they were stupid real fast. Garrick uses the energy from a volcano range to grow his power.
Well written, Jamie.
Thank you. I pride myself on writing all of this. Beast realizes Garrick is actually using the lightning energy Ororo is channeling to awaken himself. He manifests a huge rock kaiju. Sauron absorbs his energy from the ground itself so they can both become kaiju, have an epic battle, the end explosion of which can be seen from space as Storm blasts them both with lightning.
That was great.
Yeah, this part rules. It's just like out of nowhere, like, oh, Garrock's huge, so Sauron can become huge. And as Sauron becomes big too, Garrock kind of shrinks and they kind of meet in the middle of size, which is something I haven't quite seen in
Yeah.
kaiju battles.
I'm a big fan of cartoons for this because they're like,
Mhm.
yeah, why not? Why
Who
don't
gives a shit about the laws of physics?
why don't we
A guy
make them
can transform from a handgun into a fucking 20-foot robot.
Hello.
Brr.
Hello.
Yeah, so that's an awesome one of my favorite random, just like holy shit, we have a giant thing coming out of nowhere. It's kinda, Moon Knight does this.
Mm.
In the end, it's like
Mm.
a very cool kaiju battle is happening suddenly out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Maybe not earned, but still rad. Because hey, you're in a comic book.
Yeah.
This is take advantage of the genre.
One thing I liked about this, a small detail, was they also showed the space shuttle like floating
Yeah.
past after the explosion, and that's
Really
such a
cool
like little
little detail.
cultural moment, you know, like that's
Yeah.
back when NASA actually launched spaceships and had like the space shuttle in flight and stuff.
Yeah, look
Really
at the
Now it's all
Challenger.
like
Makes it feel like you're in the
private
real world,
corporations,
in a
you know?
very lived-in world where
Yeah.
very believable and real things happen, and like daily life goes on while the X-Men are having their battles. It's not like everyone pauses them to watch, you know? Yeah.
Garrick's disembodied head complains to Zaladane about how close he came. Not sure who Zaladane is, but Zaladance. Anyways,
I deserve that.
I know. Kazar offers Carl
It's
Lycos.
Kazar.
Kazar offers Carl Lycos a chance at redemption with no mutant left in the Savage Land. So how was he Sauron in the beginning?
Right? Like he was Sauron in the opening of part one. He was leading the battle forces and he ran out of energy, but like where was that mutant energy coming from?
Don't
Did they
worry
have a
about
mutant?
it.
Did they have a mutant blood boy that just ran out of blood and that's why they lost the battle? I'd believe that.
Please don't say Blood Boy again.
We were only sucking his energy.
I'm tired of hearing about draining, about blood boys. You know why?
And to drain the blood boy and get his mutant energy.
Storm
He's got the
longs.
X genes in the blood, the blood
Storm-
boy's blood.
Thanks, Bob
Storm
Dylan.
longs to be free.
Yeah, she liked it. She liked being bad.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she really enjoyed it. She wants to be. She feels like tapped into something
She
there.
wants to fuck shit up, and I respect it.
So we'll see if there's any character development.
Yeah.
So I was curious, like when they showed the flashbacks to when Garak was like real and alive.
Yeah,
What was that? Was that like an Eternal that he was fighting, or who was that guy with the red
that was the High
stuff on?
Evolutionary.
The High
Who is
Evolutionary.
who is like, I think he's from Earth and he might be an alien. I know he's an alien in the MCU. He's lived for eons. He evolves things and creatures, and like he made the mutates in the first place. He's the reason that those things existed before Magneto came along.
So this was his like little petri dish.
Yeah, yeah.
So how did Garrett get involved then? If it was his thing?
I think Garrick was just like maybe an ancient mutant that had a lot of powers. Maybe he's an external because he seems to be immortal, right? Like he doesn't seem to be even dead at the end of this. He's been defeated and his powers have been destroyed. But like he got hit with the same energy and powers that were fueling him the whole time.
Yeah.
So like not a good resolution here. It didn't really make a lot of sense.
No.
I'm still gonna give this episode a 7 though, because even though it could have been an email, it was hella fun. The giant kaiju battle out of nowhere was a fucking rad climax.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
I think this deserves a solid 6.9.
Yeah, there it is.
I am gonna give it a 8 because I thought it was great. I thought it was much better than the other episodes that I watched this season that I've definitely watched and have strong feelings on, as you heard in the previous episodes, as I've been here for a while now. I also I appreciated when Storm went all cuckoo bananas, and I did not appreciate nothing. I appreciated it all.
But it just didn't make you come, so it doesn't get a full 10.
Well, he already, I mean, the guy said it on the episode. He was almost there. And then his head
He just
fell
didn't want to be no better than a vampire.
well,
Yeah. That's the theme, man. Just like don't be a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next we'll get to the Phoenix Saga and we'll finally see what's been happening with Jean. We've had 5 episodes with her just being like off screen and barely being mentioned.
Little nap. Having a little.
And for clarity, like I've been watching this on Disney Plus, and before these episodes, we watched what was it called? Cool
Cold Comfort?
Cold Comfort. Yeah, that
Cool
was
Runnings.
next up. Cool
Yeah,
Runnings
it's
on
before
Disney
this,
Plus.
but yeah, but like it actually aired way after the Dark Phoenix Saga, which we're gonna
Just so
watch
people
next.
don't think they missed an episode. Like we're just
Yeah.
doing it in the right order, and Disney Plus doesn't fucking know everything, and Jim knows more than Disney Plus.
No,
So
Disney Plus's order is good. I just figured it makes more sense to do like two-part, multi-part episodes on their own and then have like a cluster of a bunch of single episodes on their own. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. Always has.
You don't have to pander to me or keep up disguise that you're not that you're not the guest. You're not the real host.
I think that's a great idea. I do.
wait, what?
Yeah.
Now I'm confused.
And that was Jim. I am not sure where we're going with this.
Yeah, I don't know how to end that either.
Hold on. Am I
Let's
supposed to
get-
have the Nova Scotia accent over here?
It is nice that
I
you
keep telling
tried.
you, Nova Scotia's not a real place.
Oh fuck, boys! I'm thinking I'm supposed to be the one with the Nova Scotia accent over here,
Saskatchewan.
and uses are supposed to be fucking out in BC there, and I'm out here in Nova Scotia, and hanging out with the friggin' trailer park boys, and I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I'm ready to become the green bastard again. I'll tell you what, because I'm from Nova Scotia, and you're not. All of a sudden, I don't understand it.
Okay.
Time to dab. Good night, everybody.
Dab.
It's really where I'm going to end it.
This is ludicrous.
Excellent. Take from that what you will.
It's still recording.